Restless legs to accompany a restless mind, an even more restless soul being the vessel for them. The jittering of my being per usual with the moments leading up to sleep. For this reason, I like to keep headphones on while I sleep and listen to music. However, my current pair just lost its last leg that it managed to hold out on much longer than anticipated, and the one side that still worked finally blew out. Essentially, this warrants a trip to the closest 24-hour store, seeing as a normal store would be long closed by now. Much to my advantage, however, there happens to be a new drugstore open all night right within walking distance of my house. Well, I threw on a jacket and a pair of shoes, and in no time, found myself approaching one of the only buildings still lit up at this hour in my town. About the most generic sign towered in the parking lot that simply said, drugstore. Without a second thought, I entered the building, whose only other inhabitant, unsurprisingly, was the tired-looking cashier. Now, when I say that he looked wore down, that's an understatement of a lifetime. Deep purple bags under his eyes, and his skin looked as if it was starting to turn a sickly shade of yellowish green. Perhaps a form of jaundice due to exhaustion, which isn't totally uncommon. I asked the tired man where the headphones were. Taking a minute to process my question, he lifted his hand to point and grunted. I said thank you, made my way to the first pair I saw, and proceeded to grab them, and made my way back to the register. I slapped a 10 on the counter and said, keep the change. You look like you're in need of a vacation fund, so add whatever's left over to it. I made my way home in no time at all and immediately hopped back into bed. Struggling to try and open my new headphones in the dark, I eventually managed to tear open the packaging and plug them in. I proceeded to put on my sleep playlist and close my eyes. I know you can hear me, please. Please, help me. It's been so long. Please, God, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. What the fuck? I know for a fact there is no grisly voiced person in this song, especially considering the fact it's instrumental. Maybe there's something in the airwaves tonight interfering with my music. Probably more logical, I just fell asleep right away and was drifting into a long nightmare. I changed to the next song and closed my eyes once more. I'm so cold. Someone, anyone, get me out of this box. It's so dark. I miss my mom. Okay, now I know for an indisputable fact I was awake for that one, and I didn't hear any static like you would for interfering airwaves. I pop the headphones out of my ears and ponder my options. Well, it's too late for therapy now, so I guess the only other viable option is to return these and get a different pair. So, once more I make my way back to the store and am greeted again by a generic drugstore sign. I noticed the word drug on the sign had periods in between each letters like it was an abbreviation. That's weird, I thought. I walked back through the door and was greeted by a different clerk this time. One who seemed more alive. I figured the other guy must be on a much-needed break. I went up to the counter and handed the cashier my receipt and said, "No offense, but your product seems to be defective. Instead of nice music, I am greeted with horrible sounds from what appears to be the recently deceased." Grabbing the box and looking at the receipt, the man at the counter tilted his head back and let out an almost maniacal cackle.
Oh, a common mistake. These aren't headphones, sir. These are deadphones. Headphones are one more aisle over.
What kind of drugstore sells dead phones, I ask?
Actually, the drug in this drugstore stands for demons, revenants, undead, and ghosts. Sorry about the mix-up.
Oh, I say as I put what I hope to be the right headphones on the counter this time and pay. As I walked out of the store for the second time pondering this strange occurrence, I looked behind me. say it's just an empty, vacant lot.